Major League Fishing has changed the game again with the revolutionary General Tire Team Series.
An exciting new format where 27 three-man teams compete for a top prize of $300,000.
We can talk to our partners. You can tell what lures, techniques you're using.
Okay, you're on the inside grass line.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough.
This is the craziest format ever. Like, there's so much information.
It kicks off with the Lucas Oil Qualifier, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, streaming exclusively on MyOutdoorTV.
Once you make championship day, it's anybody's ballgame.
Anytime you make a championship round, you should be proud of that and ready to go and fired up.
You're trying to think on your feet. You don't want to leave any stone unturned.
Even when you think it's tougher that the fish aren't biting, somebody's always catching them.
Anything could happen. You could get into the right area.
You got to stay on them all day because guys are bringing their A game.
Oh, there we go. Oh, my gosh.
Stay on fish, stay on fish.
Dang, get up in here. Yes.
Get the party started.
General Tire's Major League Fishing. It's the Academy Sports and Outdoors Heritage Cup from Knoxville, Tennessee. Presented by Magellan Outdoors.
Oh, I'd say
We're on the upper river section of Loudon, AKA Hot Depot's backyard.
I'm definitely excited about it. We've got a good amount of water coming down the river, it feels like, this morning. Which end of the zone do you start on? I got no experience on this end of the zone. I got a little experience on the very bottom end of the zone.
I want to get down the way where I can get around some pockets where I can large my fish, maybe smallmouth fish. I have a mixture. Up here, I feel like it's just strictly river.
It feels right, we're going to fish it. That's going to be the theme for the day.
Welcome to General Tire's Major League Fishing. We started with 24 anglers here in Knoxville, Tennessee, all competing for the title of Heritage Cup champion. 8 have battled their way to today's final round. Only one will come out on top. Let's meet the final 8 anglers. Qualifying out of sudden death round 1, he finished first, Dustin Connell. With a second place finish, Ott Defoe. He finished third, Greg Vinson. And our final qualifier out of sudden death round 1, Andy Montgomery. Qualifying out of sudden death round 2 with a first place finish, Brent Ayler. With a second place finish, Brent Chapman. He finished third, Hall of Famer Mark Davis. And our final qualifier out of sudden death round 2, Andy Morgan. When looking to become a Major League Fishing Cup champion, these anglers need to be ready for anything. Greg Vincent shows us how he prepared for the unknown in today's General Tire, Anywhere is Possible. The location of today's competition wasn't revealed to the anglers until they pulled up to the ramp this morning. For more on that, let's go out to Marty Stone with today's lake breakdown.
Chad, this morning for championship round, we brought the anglers to the upper reaches of Fort Loudon Lake. In the middle of downtown Knoxville, right across from Neyland Stadium, we're in the heart of Vol Nation. In today's zone, it's going to be a little bit smaller than what the anglers have seen in previous rounds. It consists of 4,000 acres, over 40 miles of shoreline, and 18 miles end to end. It's truly the upper reaches river portion of Fort Loudon Lake. And when the anglers are going through their Mercury ride-through this morning and they're breaking down the cover options, they're going to see a lot of similar cover, starting with bridges, marinas, riprap. There's also laydowns. There's some aquatic vegetation, a little bit of hydrilla and milfoil mix. Also, too, this particular part of the zone is going to be heavily influenced with the current, and that's going to be a major factor today, how these fish position in the current. Today, we've got 8 studs that's on the water. Can one of these outsiders, non-Tennessee anglers, take home the Heritage Cup? Or can Ott Defoe or Andy Morgan take care of home turf and be singing Rocky Top at the end of the day? Make no mistake about it, Fort Loudon Lake is fishing tough, and someone's gonna have to be mentally strong to be able to bring this thing home from wire to wire.
Ease through here and see what it looks like.
The middle of fall, it is late October, and the fish should be biting, but the water's still warm. The water's still upper 60s, so you know, not the best conditions yet for these fish to be biting really good. But I'm liking what I see right here. It looks like some grass out on this little high spot here, so that could have some potential.
I've not fished, I'll be honest, I've not fished up here a lot in the fall in recent years, but the lake is getting more and more grass in it. There's actually a ton of grass.
There's a bunch of grass right here. Huh. Was not expecting that.
Back in here, there's a lot of docks and a little marina similar to what I had been fishing, so you know, sometimes that's all you need is a starting point and then build off of that. And that's what we're gonna do this morning, and just kind of let the fish tell us what they want.
Well, this is the first big flat creek. You know, you can fish that running water, or you can come down here and get in the creeks. We don't have very many creeks to fish. You see this one here, and then there's a little one there, and there's just not a lot of creeks. There's the best looking one to me right there. I thought if there's anywhere that would have some grass growing, this would be it. This island head out here typically has some too, but it has so much current on it right now that grass will all be laid over.
Oh, she's shallow.
Pretty shallow. Well, shallow's fine. See if there's any shad or anything going on in here. If it was anywhere to catch a bunch of them, it'd be in this marina.
We're in the bank of a little river. A little old shallow bay that kind of jumps off the edge of it.
I just wanted to duck in here real fast and see if I seen any bait. Oh, it's a good area in the springtime for sure.
All right, so we're started here on the river. And what I like to find is somewhere I can move around a little bit. You know, I think I could go up a little ways and catch maybe some smallmouth.
I got a feeling Cannell went to this other one. We're gonna see. Let's get to something where we got some of these little creek arms. A little bit of stuff in between if it doesn't work out.
Imagine that. I said I can't start the same place again. Hey, it won't be 3 for 3 anyway. Looks like me and Andrew starting in the same hole again. I'll be twice this week out of 3 days. We got culverts, we got river, we got current, we got docks, we got pockets, we got grass. Yeah, I think it's Chapman. 2's company, but 3's a crowd.
We're not gonna start on it, but at some point I'm gonna come and fish some of the stuff because it's in the current. Lots of grass, fish love grass, so let's see. I want to start in a creek, fish laydowns. That's what I'd really like to do.
We got Ott, I think that's Ott starting right across from us here. So this area right here is where I did catch some fish in our previous tournament here. So hopefully we have something to build off of, and we'll see kind of how the catches go, and then we'll build from there.
We got plenty of options. Plenty of options today.
You'll find expert bass fishing know-how from Mercury MLF Pro Team anglers at MajorLakeFishing.com/Mercury Pro Tactics.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by Lucas Oil. Keep that engine alive. General Tire delivers. Berkeley, your fish, our science. Wiley X Eyewear, go confidently. And by Kubota, together we do more.
Mark, you got a buddy you're taking with you today?
Yeah, if he wants to ride, he can come. I don't think, he's not a petting duck. See, he just wants a cracker. I told him he could ride along with us this morning, but I don't think he's wanting to go, so I think he's happy right here on the dock.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Academy Sports and Outdoors Heritage Cup, presented by Magellan Outdoors from Knoxville, Tennessee. 8 professional anglers have survived sudden death and are poised for the final battle to claim the Heritage Cup trophy on Fort Loudon Lake. Today's championship round will consist of 3 periods. A scoreable bass must weigh at least 1 pound. The angler with the most weight at the end of the day will be crowned the Heritage Cup champion. Major League Fishing's championship round begins now.
3, 2, 1, lines in. Let's get this thing going.
Here we go. First cast was a good one.
All right. Championship round here on Fort Loudon Lake, Tennessee River, Knoxville, Tennessee. This is what we tried to get to all week, and we are here.
Well, the water's real dirty up here.
See some bait moving around up here. It's kind of what I've been looking for.
There's some good fish in this lake. They're just, I've been saying, they're just not easily caught.
Ooh, that buzzbait sounds good this morning.
I'm really surprised with the amount of grass up here. There's not more locals up here. I mean, seeing how many locals there were yesterday down the lake, and maybe there was a big tournament going on or something.
Bait out in the middle.
Here it comes, boys.
Ooh. No movement on the score tracker.
No movement with these fish either.
Fall fishing in East Tennessee, this early in the fall especially, I mean, the water's just really starting to cool down some, and these fish just haven't got heavy into that fall feed yet.
You know, what I'm thinking right now is to fish creek-related stuff, run laydowns, you know, stick with the vibrating jig, which is what pretty much got me to the finals. I'll do that, flip a little bit, crank a little bit, see how it goes, and then if I don't catch anything, I might go out and start fishing a little bit of the grass on the main river.
Secret City Dragons. That's an interesting little boat.
Got another compadre sneaking around in here. All 3 Bass Pro Shop boats started in here.
Andrew? I wonder if he was in here before. I mean, he had to be in here before we came in here.
This must be the Bass Pro Shop boat convention.
It must be.
Don't you do
Landing violation, 2-minute penalty.
14.
14 ounces, non-squeeze.
Oh, man. Oh, it's a bummer.
You're supposed to have little rock piles out in the middle and stuff. Save this for those of us that
You gotta
don't
get the
have
low-hanging fruit first.
Yeah.
I guess it's good I got a bite and it was on the vibrating jig under a overhanging tree with a little lay down there too, so. All right, so that's a good time, but not good to sit here and wait for 2 minutes now.
Still no catches. No catches. See, right now is a little time for me to ease around and try to find something good.
I like to catch the first one, that way I can say I led championship.
We're gonna go out here on the main river and hit a couple bluffs, places where that current's hitting really good. Pitch a jig on them, or maybe throw that swim jig, but yeah, current places now.
See, that's what concerned me though, is you have current up here, you got grass, but you know what we haven't seen up here?
a single local.
I'm really surprised that Ott hasn't caught one yet. We're only 30 minutes in, but still, you know, this is kind of his wheelhouse.
Come up out there. Stay right there. Just stay right there just a second. I can see color. I just couldn't quite see the fish. That is a fish landing by the way. That slight touch? No, not the third one. 1 pound, 6 ounces. 1 pound, 6 ounces off that bluff. Got us a little brownie, she'll go. We'll take it on the board. That was a perfect place, a little mat of stuff right there.
Andy, I have an update for you. Ott Defoe has caught a 1 pound, 6 ounce bass. He's the first angler on the score tracker.
That I am not surprised, guys. I am not surprised. He will definitely be tough to beat.
Ott's on the board. Let's move, boys. You got to get that close to the bank on those really vertical places to be able to get a bite. You hit the bank or hit that far out from the bank, you won't get a bite. Got it.
Scoreable, too. Got it. Too big of a swing, but we got him. Look at that. Skipping buzzbait choke.
Little toughy, little toughy.
£1 pound, 1 ounce.
Skinny rascal, but we'll take him. He got bigger than a 1 pound, 1 ounce mouth, that's for sure. Come on.
1 pound, 6 ounces.
Let's get the party started.
Dustin Connell is now on score tracker. He also caught a 1 pound, 6 ounce bass. And Andy Montgomery caught his first bass, 1 pound, 1 ounce, 3rd place.
All right. So they're starting to figure them out, guys.
Dang. Huh? Maybe he's that mad because there's that many fish back here. He might be mad because there's only 1 fish back here and he's scared I'm gonna get him instead of him.
Boom. Come out, slurped it. Boom, boom.
2 pounds, 2 ounces.
2-2. Got off out of them creeks. Got it here on this main stretch. I just saw a few shad flicker. That's all I'm looking for is just shad.
Dustin Connell, 3 pounds, 8 ounces. His last one was a 2 pound, 2 ounce.
Got him. That ain't no bad one right there.
1 pound, 9 ounces.
Come on with it. I was eyeballing that culvert right there. He about took the rod out of my hand. I should have fished that tree a little better.
Andy Montgomery's down second, 2 pounds and 10 ounces. Put you at 3 pounds, 8 ounces, first place.
You all ready for another one?
Whew, that felt good.
All right, Andy, you're in 2nd place.
Perfect. Smoking them. Screaming up the leaderboard.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing.
I mean, for not having a marina to throw in like I was hoping, this is about as good as I could ask for.
3 anglers have kicked off today's action, and Dustin Connell and Andy Montgomery have double-dipped, with each of them catching 2 bass. It's still early in today's round, but these pros know too well about the importance of keeping up momentum and striking while the iron is hot. For more on that, here's Marty Stone for today's Wiley X Eyewear, more than meets the eye.
Anytime you leave these anglers on a body of water for extended days, they get better with more practice. In the sudden death round, we had these anglers on the bottom to mid-section of Fort Loudon Lake. And then for this championship round, we're bringing them to the upper reaches. But there's 4 anglers in particular that I'm gonna keep a close eye on that I think that's got a better than average shot at winning this thing. I'm a huge believer in all sports about forward momentum. And Ayler, he's got it. He's fresh off a Challenge Cup win, so the momentum side thing he's got figured out. But unfortunately for him and also Brent Chapman, they're on the upper reaches. And the marinas that these anglers had success with in the sudden death round were marinas that were in the mouths of the creeks and further back into a creek. In the marinas for this championship round, they're main river oriented, so it could be a challenge for them to duplicate water. Then I look at an angler like Dustin Connell. In his sudden death round, Connell did something that's unusual for him. He got off to a fast and furious start, running in the back ends of the pockets, looking for shad and any type of grass and laydowns in the water. Then I'm gonna throw in there Andy Morgan. He cut his teeth fishing fall in East Tennessee lakes. There's no telling how much money Morgan has won in the fall of the year around this particular area and on this lake. And Morgan knows this time of the year the shad are gonna migrate to the back of these creeks and the bass aren't gonna be far behind it. Unfortunately for him on this zone, that type of water is gonna be limited. But if anyone can have success doing it, it's gonna be Morgan. And then when you talk about forward momentum, you gotta bring in Ott Defoe. He's as hot as any angler on the planet. In 2019 was the last time Defoe fished here nationally. He won the Classic and took home the trophy. Today, he's gonna try to make it back-to-back national event wins on this body of water. And now we've brought him to the section of the river he's probably the most familiar with. There's some anglers that have a lot of forward momentum, and I look for these guys to be major players before this championship round is over.
I think we've got us another scoreable bass right here.
1 pound, 4 ounces.
Pound, 4 ounces. Scoreable bass, baby.
The urgency's getting a little bit to be there because now these guys have figured something out. Man, look at that up through there.
The shad aren't in these, they're not in these pockets up here in the river. It's different. There's a few out kind of in the mouths, but they're not schooled up in the back. The shad aren't. Haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna go try one more place.
You know, we're on Loudon, and I feel like I learned something the other day in the sudden death round that right now it's feeling like I got to start all over again.
How many people's actually on the board?
3.
Good night. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Still ain't a way I can win. This is not a pattern you can just run right here.
This Andy needs to catch him one.
It ain't got to be really pretty to us, but this works really well for them. It's not much different than a rock bluff. Like something's going on right here.
1 pound, 0 ounces.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
We don't get bit back here, we're gonna come back out, probably go to the main river and fish maybe even the rest of the day on the main river.
Far from a big one, but he's big for us at this moment in time.
See, I mean, this is where you should get into a pocket like this and see him chasing shad and doing what bass are supposed to do this time of year.
Like 3 times in a row he's hit it. You just hang out right there all day. I'll be back for you.
The thing about it up here, you'll catch largemouth, smallmouth spots, you'll catch them all. This is the one part of this whole system that does have any spotted bass in it whatsoever.
Good jack plate commercial here. Why you running Atlas right here for this exact situation?
Boom. Good save.
Boom.
2 pounds, 6 ounces.
2.6, that's a good fish, man. Oh, I love it. On old buzz bait. I almost didn't make that cast.
Dustin Connell's moved back into first place. He just caught a 2-pound, 6-ounce bass. He has 5 pounds, 14 ounces.
Nothing going on.
Dustin's caught some decent fish.
Dustin found something that'll bite.
Boy's catching him some bass now. Getting them a few.
You're back in first with 5 pounds, 14 ounces.
All right, guys, let's ride. Go to this next little pocket.
You know, really, there's only a couple of bigger backwaters like this. I think I'm gonna fish a little bit closer to the main and not go way back. I might be just fishing down the main drag here before too long.
I would suspect, you know, Andy looked like he was doing what I was doing this morning. I would assume he's probably doing somewhat the same.
There's got to be one in this marina.
Yeah, that's the thing too, I mean, if we could find some in this, with this grass mixed in, you could potentially find a wad of fish.
Oh, gosh. Come on. All right, finally. An old trusty jerkbait.
2 pounds, 2 ounces.
All right. Whew. Man, that took a while. I don't know, it almost looked like it was too dirty and seemed like maybe too much grass, but it just had to throw that jerkbait, and that one just stoned it as soon as it got down there.
Greg Benson caught a 2-pound, 2-ounce fish. He's now in 4th place. That's only 4 anglers we have on the score tracker.
2 pounds is 4th place?
Yes, sir.
Gosh, I mean, I keep thinking I need to leave, but every time I go around the corner, it just looks that much better.
Don't know if he came off of the rock or the grass or the mix of rocks and grass, probably the mix. So he had some buddies right there waiting on shad to come by. About time we caught one.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Academy Sports and Outdoors Heritage Cup, presented by Magellan Outdoors from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Dustin Connell's in first place with 5 pounds, 14 ounces. And Greg Vincent's now on the board in 4th place with 2 pounds, 2 ounces.
Got potential.
40 minutes remaining in the first period.
That saying, there's always fish biting somewhere, is holding true. We just gotta find one of them, dang it.
The score tracker is split right down the middle. On one side, the haves, the other side, the have-nots. Ott Defo is finding success hauling in smallmouth on a jig. And for Dustin Connell, buzzbait seems to be the magic word the largemouth want to hear. Our 4 anglers at the bottom may need to dig down deep into their bag of tricks to pull out a win.
That's kind of what I'm doing. I've come back up around downtown, just running places that are history, and typically it doesn't take very long. If there's a fish there, you're going, that you're going to catch it pretty quick and move on.
I'm trying to hit some of these shady banks. Got a little more shade on them, lift.
It's crazy. I feel like I'm gonna get a bite every cast, which is a good thing, but it ain't happening. But I feel like I'm fixing to catch one every cast.
Water looks great in here. It's a hair shallow, but the cover looks great. I've got the shade.
There's a scoreable smallmouth.
1 pound, 0 ounce.
1 pound, that's it?
That's it.
Boy, he is skinny. I would give him 1 4 or 5 just for how long he was, but thankfully it was a pound.
Ott caught another 1-pound fish. He's now at 4 pounds and 10 ounces.
Yeah, in here, that's a scoreable, I think.
1 pound, 0 ounces.
Oh, I got a scoreable. Boy, I did a little. There's a great little pocket right there on the backside of that tree that I almost overlooked it.
Score tracker update. Brent Ayler just caught his first fish of the day. It weighed 1 pound, 0 ounces.
Well, we know where that one came from.
Come on, 410. Boy, I wish I had a frog. Good looking frog corner right there.
I feel like I can, for one, I can put this anywhere, right up on the bank. You know, I can fish it on an open rock place, as well as flip it in a lay down. I just got a lot of confidence that they'll bite it if they see it, so. And big fish will absolutely bite this.
Brent Chapman ain't caught nothing yet?
No, not yet.
And maybe that's what Dustin's found is a little patch of green grass, and could be all the difference in the world.
I mean, look at that. How'd I fish that whole thing, not catch one? Didn't even have a bump. That's not possible.
Golly, are you kidding me?
Usually these fish back in a place like this kind of live back here, though. You know, if there's water back here, there's usually a fish type thing. And there is plenty of water.
There's another fish. Not the right size, but we're getting warmer.
Yeah, 15 minutes remaining in period 1. Gosh, guys, there's tons of fish in here. Just like that.
Got it. I mean, I'm that gum big one, too. Get your big Rudy Judy up in here. That is a Jim Dandy.
1 pound, 9 ounces.
On board.
3 pounds, 4 ounces.
Bam! That's how you make a move. Tough as it is. When you got long, we gotta fish this other piece.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta get a bite just to get the ball rolling.
Andy, I have a score tracker update for you. You're now in first place, 5 pounds, 14 ounces. Dustin Connell's in second place with 5 pounds, 14 ounces, but you've got the tie break.
Yes, baby. Oh, thunder coming through.
6 minutes. Andy caught one?
Yeah.
He must have caught him on that little piece of wood over there.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Andrew wasn't throwing no vibrating jig.
So there's 6 guys on the board?
Yes, sir. Andy Morgan and Mark Davis is only 2.
I'm not gonna fish any of these back ends this next period. It's gonna be more main lake type stuff, whether it be pockets or boat docks or blowdowns or something. I'm gonna stick closer to the main lake.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. No way. Oh, my goodness, look at that. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe that just happened. Oh, my goodness.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
Oh, my goodness. Boy, living right.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines out, into the first period.
Well, that was a brutal first period, but we kept hunting around and we finally got one to bite. Place looks really good to me. I'm actually seeing some fish on the graph.
We'll have to run some new stuff this next period and try to get it going.
Talk about a curveball.
I think we're about to switch it up a little bit. I mean, I know it's kind of risky, but I like taking risk.
Only good news is they're not just skinning them up.
It's just tough. You need to get multiple bites doing the same thing, and that way you can run with it. We ain't done that yet, but we're there. We're right there at it.
I think I'll probably fish similar stuff to this that's close to the main river, and you know, hopefully get in an area where I can catch a couple and jump up there close to the lead.
If you got any hair on that head, it might be gone by the time we get back.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by B&W Trailer Hitches, Towing Adventure, Yeti, built for the wild, Builder's First Source, combining to serve you, Mercury Marine, go boldly, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
I'm not feeling very good headed into the break. I hadn't seen a keeper bass, and I couldn't hardly even get a bite. All you can do is just keep putting your best foot forward and keep looking.
I'm feeling somewhat lost, you know, because I've caught one in a pocket on a jerkbait. I've tried another creek, fished it really hard, didn't get anything. I can feel that the second period is going to be critical in determining how I do today.
My mind's just wandering during that first break. I'm like, all right, where I need to go. Sun's starting to get high. I need to run these shady banks. So the wheels are always turning out there.
Rolling into the break, I still feel pretty confident. Nobody's just absolutely, you know, mauled them. It's still pretty slow. There's a lot of time left. There's plenty of room to come back and still win the event.
Dug myself a little bit in the hole, but still not. I mean, it was so tough. It was still anybody's game to win, and at that point, just a fish or two would really move me up the deal.
At that first period break, I didn't have much work to do. I think I had one jig that I had broke off. I had to retie the leader on that one and rig up another one. Retied a couple knots that I had nicked up, but other than that, I was pretty much ready to go.
I'm ready to get back out there because I just ended the first round with 2 fish catches. So I want to go out and start fishing again, you know, right away. I want to just kind of keep building on that momentum.
If I was going to make a move and win this deal, it was going to be on docks. And I knew the second period is when I was going to put the hammer down on the docks and see what I could do.
While our pros prepare themselves for period 2, let's check out the score tracker. Andy Montgomery wins the tiebreaker by virtue of landing the larger bass. He's our current builder's first source, Angler 1. Andy's 3-pound 4-ounce Berkeley Big Bass may give him the momentum heading into the second period. But the day is far from over. 2 periods remain for our pros to take their shot at being crowned the 2022 Heritage Cup champion.
I'm gonna start up here, take a look for just a few, then I'm gonna start fishing my way back down the river.
It's too early in the game to be running 3-4 miles away, not knowing. I just need to use that 4 miles down there. If I ain't catching nothing, get in a little pocket, try to catch a largemouth, call it good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good to go.
Grass all over the shoreline right here.
Dadgummit, he come off, son of a gun. Dadgummit.
I gotta find the right area where they're really gonna be biting better. I'm up from takeoff right now, up the river a little bit more. If nothing happens, we're gonna run down from here and maybe crank a little riprap for a little bit.
Decent little fish. Yeah.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
Pound, 10 ounces. Yes. Scoreable bass. Pretty one.
Ott Depot, 6 pounds, 4 ounces. His last one was 1 pound, 10 ounces.
He waited till the second period to go up that river and clean our clocks.
This is just a little place I've caught a lot of bass over the years. I missed one on a swim jig, and I picked up my little Ned Shaky and just dragging it right out of the mouth of that little bridge. And that one there thumped it.
The old topwater plug, look at that. On the old topwater. That was too cold for them to bite, topwater.
1 pound, 7 ounces.
All righty. The old topwater.
Brent Ehlers caught his third fish, weighed 1 pound, 7 ounces. He's in 4th place with 4 pounds, 1 ounce. You're in 5th with 2 pounds, 2 ounces. You're 4 pounds, 2 ounces out of 1st.
Sounds like a lot, but it wouldn't take long to get something going.
I feel like something's fixing to take place. A wrestling match between me and Mr. Bass.
I don't know what kind of grass that is. Fish in it.
15 ounces, non-scoreable.
That's exactly what I thought he was. 100% what I thought he was.
Good night, a big one. I mean a daggum stud.
I'm shocked that we haven't caught a single fish along here.
Shoot, I don't know about me. Kind of tough today.
Hopefully it's a sign. That was a big one. Really big.
Come on, fish. Yes, yes. Super shallow.
2 pounds, 1 ounce.
All right. Whew. I mean, super, super shallow right there in that little pocket. On the spinnerbait. I mean, he jumped it quick, too. It was no doubt about it.
There we go. Fish landing violation. You just better be a pound.
Man, you know, you just need bites. You get bites, you can start to figure something out and roll with it.
Well, when I hit him, I was like, here we go. 13 ounces non-squirrel.
Not even close. That'd burn it.
There he is. Ew. God, he looks bad.
1 pound, 5 ounces.
Come on with it. Old skinny one eye, I like him.
He was right where I've caught big uns. I mean, big uns. I still don't understand how when you hit them like that, how they feel so good.
All right, Andy, I have the score tracker update for you. Moved to first place, 7 pounds, 3 ounces.
I like that, and I'd like that at the end of the day better, but I like it any point of the day.
I mean, all I need is 1 pounder. There's a bunch of bait up here. There's 1 hour left in this period. All right.
Not having much fun, guys.
Andy Montgomery's probably already skipped every one of these docks.
I mean, there's no wind, sunny. I don't know anything else to do other than fish docks.
I just got started in a bad area this morning where there wasn't any biting fish. So now we're a period behind trying to figure something out.
I mean, any cast could be a 4-pounder, and we'd be right back in this thing.
Welcome to East Tennessee, the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, home to Knox County and Jefferson County. I went to college here at the University of Tennessee. I've called Knoxville home for 30+ years. East Tennessee is surrounded by pristine lakes, winding rivers, and the beautiful Smoky Mountain wilderness. I've won tournaments on the Tennessee River, as well as Fort Loudon, Tellico, and Douglas Lakes, all top spots for fishing and boating. And Cherokee Lake offers 400 miles of fishable shoreline. Needless to say, if you want a great fishing getaway, or just a great getaway, this is the place. You'll find plenty of family-friendly hotels, lakeside cabins, and if you have an RV or family, check out Anchor Down RV Resort. You don't want to miss the new Mossback Distillery in Jefferson City. Plan a visit to historic Dandridge, a charming National Historic District with boutiques, antique shops, and restaurants. Or head over to Knoxville's Urban Wilderness, a spectacular outdoor adventure area where you can hike, bike, climb, paddle, or just wander through the woods. Folks like River Sports Outfitters and Knoxville Adventure Collective can assist with rentals of all kinds. Knoxville's Urban Wilderness is just minutes from downtown, home to historic theaters, museums, shops, rooftop bars, more than 90 restaurants, and more than a few of the 20 local breweries on Knoxville's Ale Trail. Are you hooked yet? Plan your trip at visitjeffersoncountytn.com and visitknoxville.com.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Academy Sports and Outdoors Heritage Cup, presented by Magellan Outdoors from Knoxville, Tennessee. Andy Montgomery and Ott Defoe are scrapping over first place. Not far behind, Brett Ayler and Greg Vinson have stepped up to the plate, giving us 5 anglers within 3 pounds 2 ounces of first place. Today, only one can claim the 2022 Heritage Cup trophy.
I really thought it would take 30 pounds to win today, and I guess it still could, but it's gonna have to happen pretty quick.
Gosh, there's shad out here at least. I mean, this is a active little cove here.
Usually under these conditions, docking is pretty good. And we caught some under them yesterday. Not sure this grass hadn't affected that a little bit, but I've caught them where there's grass under docks before. Lots of them.
I finally got one that followed it out to come back and get it. Please be a pound. Yes.
1 pound, 0 ounces.
Yes. Yes. I love a 1 pound bass.
Out the bow, back first place by 1 ounce.
What's all it got?
7 pounds, 4 ounces. His last one was 1 pound, 0 ounce.
I was pulling out there and I saw him come at it. That's like the 3rd or 4th fish I've had to do that. And I've messed every one of them up. I've not got them to eat it. And I dropped that one back and I watched him just eat it right here beside the boat. Thank goodness.
Come on now, get bigger than that.
Come on, Brent, you can still win this thing. Just find one little bank that's got a few fish on it.
All right, let's ride. I'm done with these bank fish. Like some docks or something.
Oh, good. God, get off that tree. Yes.
2 pounds, 4 ounces.
Bam! That's a good one. Come on, Andy, you win this thing.
Andy Montgomery just caught his 5th fish, a 2 pound, 4 ounce. Brings his total of 9 pounds, 7 ounces. Out here, 2 pounds, 3 ounces behind Andy.
Andy's got on them.
That's just what's crazy, though, is, we saw it yesterday with Faircloth and Van Dam, but here we think it's tough, and Ott and Andy are catching them, you know?
That sucker was so shallow, I don't know how he got under there. But he did.
Little red eye.
We'll bounce around another 7 or 8 shallow docks, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yes. I stopped old Thunder, and he thundered back.
1 pound, 6 ounces.
Yes. Things is getting serious.
Andy Montgomery caught his 6th fish, 1 pound, 6 ounce. He now has 10 pounds, 13 ounces.
Andrew trying to run away with it.
Man, he has definitely got something figured out.
I was winding old Thunder down through there, and I stopped him, and he, boom. What a feeling. Boom.
If I don't win, he's who I would want to win. It ain't gonna be me.
Andy, you now have a 3 pound, 9 ounce lead.
Sounds good, but 3.9 ain't enough.
How do you come over here and you catch one? This is the type of place I should catch another one.
How long do I have?
About 42 minutes.
£1 pound, 0 ounces.
Looky there. Top water, 1 pounder.
Anybody caught another one?
Ayler.
Brent Ayler just caught his 4th fish. It weighed 1 pound, 0 ounces. Moved him into 4th place with 5 pounds, 1 ounce, moving you to 5th.
Oh my gosh. He just came up and slurped it too, just a real nonchalant little sip. See if there's another one on that little.
No, it's just all by itself. It wasn't a big one, but it was probably scoreable.
There's something willing to bite somewhere on something.
We got time to catch him still.
We'd all have a heart attack if one got it. We'd all have a heart attack if one actually ate it.
Ain't nothing right here, son. And I mean nothing.
I'm starting to feel it. If I run out of places to fish, I'm feeling it.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing. Andy Montgomery has been rampaging up the score tracker by locating largemouth bass on docks, as you can see here in today's favorite fishing overview of the day. At the bottom of the score tracker, Andy Morgan and Mark Davis continue to struggle to find their first scoreable bass. At the top, Andy Montgomery has gone on a tear, adding nearly 5 pounds of bass to his total in the last 30 minutes, giving Andrew a sizable lead over second place. These Fort Loudon Lake bass are seemingly helpless to resist his technique. For more on that, here's Marty Stone for today's 6 Hours Success Insight.
In this second period, Andy Montgomery's done what few thought could be done, and that's chase down and pass Ott Defoe on the lead and score tracker, and he's done it on the strength of a Main Lake boat docks bite. All week long, Montgomery has been super strong around the boat docks, but every day during competitions, it's taken him a little while to dial it in. On Douglas Lake, it turned out to be the Main Lake docks were the most dominant ones. And then in the sudden death round, here on the lower section of Fort Loudon, he was all about the backs of the creeks in the first third coming out.
Time stamp it.
Now, today in the championship round, this zone is still on Fort Loudon, but it's a little bit different in these upper stretches. In the first period, he was concentrating on the creeks in the backs and also in the front third. And then in the second period, he made a critical adjustment, and he's concentrating on the flat Main Lake docks. And around those docks, there's a lot of vegetation. But because we're here in the fall of the year, that vegetation's starting to die back, and that fish on the main river channel are migrating into the boat docks. And it was a critical bite early in that second period that probably clued Montgomery in. He lost a big fish under the dock, somewhere in the 4 to 6 pound range, but he knew right then he was doing the right thing. He's throwing a vibrating jig deep far in the shade areas of them docks, a Strike King Thunder Cricket. In this second period, Montgomery is bringing the thunder.
Go. Yes. Stop the thunder again.
We'll play on 5 ounces.
Yeah. That's actually fat.
Andy Montgomery has caught his 7th fish, a 1 pound 5 ounce. Now brings his total to 12 pounds 2 ounces. Archer 4 pounds 14 behind.
Andy got around something somewhere.
You got something figured out, didn't he? Oh, let's go, Andy. Focus.
Andy's setting the bar.
High percentage places, stop it. I need to put me a new raised bug on.
I guess my confidence in this bait has finally come back to bite me.
You find one little something, you can catch a couple pretty fast.
So I want to throw this because I can cover water with it. I can, fish it everywhere I want to fish it. That's like, dang, they just won't bite it.
Got him. He missed it the first time.
1 pound 11 ounces.
Bam! 111. Yeah. Come on with it.
Andy Montgomery has caught his 8th fish, weighed 1 pound 11 ounces. He's in first place with 13 pounds 13 ounces.
Dang, Andrew.
He is uncatchable now.
Andrew's making us look bad.
God, I can't hardly talk. I want this one, and I got a chance. Come on with it, Andy. Let's go.
Done deal. Good for Andrew.
What is he doing? He's got to be fishing docks or something.
Andrew's figured out a little deal. That's what you got to do. You got to figure out a deal, and then you can, all of a sudden the lake shrinks. You don't end up wasting time on stuff that's not productive.
Your lead is now 6 pounds 9 ounces.
Keep the hammer down, Andrew. Let's go.
He's not quite double me, but his next, if he catches another one before I do, he will.
How far is third behind me?
Third place is Dustin Connell, 5 pounds 14 ounces.
He ain't caught one all period, has he?
That's what he had it. End of the period.
He's been sitting on that for a minute, ain't he?
Yeah, he got to it pretty quick.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's not caught one this period.
If I could find them up here, it'd be game on.
Get in here, you little keeper.
1 pound, 5 ounces.
I love it when they bite that thing. Every one of them I can see bite it. Skip that vibrating jig up underneath those laydowns and watch them come and get it. I love it.
Brent Ayler just caught his 5th fish, a 1 pound, 5 ounce fish. He's now at 6 pounds, 6 ounces for 3rd place.
What do I have? 6 what?
7 pounds, 4 ounces.
Oh, 7. Shoot, I'm at 7 pounds. What you talking about?
That's right.
No 6 pound stuff.
So fun. Such a visual way to fish. It's like fishing a topwater, really.
20 minutes, that's one every 10 minutes. Give me 2 more before it's time to go.
All right, guys, let's chop. I ain't got no chance down here. I gotta do something.
Let's go. We gotta hit a couple of them pops again.
I want to catch like a 2 or 3 pounder. That's what I'd really like.
Every place is a little bit more money. Turn this thing around.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Squincher, hydration that works. Favorite Fishing, the future of fishing. Toyota, let's go places. And by Toro, count on it.
Very humbling day so far. 1 fish suspended under a marina dock, and that's been it.
Come on now, let's go. I got a chance.
Andy Montgomery continues to play the hot hand. He has extended his lead and now has more weight than 2nd and 3rd place combined. As we approach the final minutes of period 2, time is on Andy's side. But for the rest of the competition, the pressure to find a school and turn things around is mounting.
God, this one looks good. And I drilled it. Come on now, let's go.
I didn't really like where we was at down there. I wanted to try some of this up here and try to find a little group of them if I could. Just see if there was some current up here. Just something a little different for that last period.
Oh, we got a bite right here. This little ripple pushing in here, some shallow wood.
15 minutes.
All right, we're gonna make a little move.
There we go. Wow. Stay on there. I think he'll go.
1 pound, 3 ounces.
All right. As soon as it hit the water. Culvert pipe right here. But more importantly, I saw a bunch of little small shad popping right here.
Greg Benson caught a 1 pound, 3 ounce fish. He's now at 5 pounds and 6 ounces in 5th place.
He's in 5th place?
Yes, sir.
I put the power poles down and just throwing at every little thing. He was on it as soon as it hit the water.
Hey, some coots. That could be a good sign. Oh, look at that milfoil. Coots always know where the good stuff is.
We got another one right here. How much time we got?
You have 10 minutes remaining in period 2. Let's see if this is a creek over here. Go over here and fish this bluff. I'm gonna have to just, the 3rd period, go down and fish docks.
Oh, gosh. Stay on there. Oh, stay on there, girl. Thought I was coming over the tree limb. There we go. Boom.
1 pound, 14 ounces.
All right, all right. Took 2 in a row. That's awesome. So that's a good sign right there. Let's go, y'all.
Greg Benson just caught his 4th fish, a 1 pound, 14 ounce. He's now at 7 pounds, 4 ounces. Not y'all are tied with weight, but because you've caught 6 fish, you have 2nd place.
I've caught 2 more and we're tied?
Yes, sir.
Mine have been little.
It's never too late. It's gonna take a lot, but it's never too late.
I guess you can't dwell on it. You just got to keep on fishing.
I've had 3 1-0s, I think, ain't I?
Yes, sir.
What's his biggest one?
2 pounds and 2 ounces.
Definitely coming back here next period and see if we can get some more.
I like up here better than all that down there. It's got a little dinge to it at least.
I mean, they're biting that spinnerbait, put it in the right spot. In order for me, it might be something I could catch them better on, but I've tried a bunch of stuff today. We got the breeze. It's super shallow is the deal for me.
Andy Morgan and Mark Davis still has not caught a squirrel bit.
3 minutes.
All right.
A white bass. And a foot of water on a topwater bait. Well, that's like insult to injury.
No time. Oh gosh, that was a big one. That was a big one, you guys. Come off of there.
1 minute.
There we go.
Get in the boat. How about that?
Oh, yes.
1 pound, 13 ounces.
113. How much time?
You got 45 seconds.
1 pound, 4 ounces.
Yes, 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 yes.
Come on, you stupid thing.
Needed that one, boys. Got like 30 seconds left, I believe. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, we needed that.
It's tough, son. It's very tough.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines out. That's the end of the second period.
Lunchtime. Take a deep breath. I went out with the lead. I extended the lead. I got a good lead.
Another absolute grind of a deal, but just shows don't give up. I caught a fish right there at the end, and you never know. Those 2 fish I've caught with a great third period could still possibly win this.
You know, it's a grind out there. So I'm gonna keep just doing what I'm doing, and hopefully catch a few and move up at least a little bit.
I got up here. There's some current. If I find a couple little stretches that's got them, you can bam, 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 bam. Catch up quick.
And I'm telling y'all, it don't take long if you. The weights are low enough. It doesn't take long.
We got to close. Have to close. I've been here before and didn't close. This time we're gonna close it.
We've got 1 more period. We can make it happen. We just gotta get her done.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Academy Sports and Outdoors Heritage Cup, presented by Magellan Outdoors from Knoxville, Tennessee.
You know what Jenny told me?
What?
She said she ain't even gonna root against you.
That's a good thing.
She said she ain't pulling against you. She hopes I come in second.
That'll be good.
While our pros ready themselves for period 3, let's take a look at the score tracker. We have a new contender gunning for the top spot. The Rooster, Greg Vinson, is riding high, ending the second period strong with 3 bass in the last 15 minutes and snagging second place away from Ott Defoe. In Major League Fishing, even home field advantage won't keep you safe from this competition. For more on that, let's go out to Marty Stone for today's Yeti Cooler Talk.
Talk about a home lake advantage, home field advantage. And it sounds great. It's hard to defend.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys pick up on everything in a dime.
Yeah.
What's the pressure like all week?
It definitely has been. I mean, the pressure's been there all week to perform, because everybody does expect me to do well here, and I expect me to do well. I mean, I absolutely do, so nobody puts any more pressure on me than I do on these events, especially being close to home. But it has worked. It has helped me. It's helped me to get to this point, honestly. It really has, so I've got to use that local knowledge this last period and get it done.
5.5, 6 pounds back.
Yeah.
You know this body of water better than anybody.
Yeah.
Does it have the potential, does it have the capability these last 2.5 hours for you to be able to get past that?
Absolutely. I mean, that's nothing. That's 2 decent bites, and you're caught up. One big one, but 2 decent bites that are out here. They're to be had. 2 of those, and you're right where you need to be, and then you just got to get rolling from there.
You heading north or you going south here in this final round?
I'm going to go back south. I'm going to go down towards the lake. That's where the better numbers of fish are. Plus, this final period, we've got a little breeze starting to blow and stuff. This morning when I was down there, back in those flats was just dead. The bait fish weren't up popping, they weren't up flipping around. They've been waiting for this time of day to make that happen. So that's why I'm going to go back down there now, try to get it done.
Aunt Defoe dug himself a little bit of a hole. Greg Benson and Andy Montgomery got a little bit of lead over him, but he's going to make an adjustment to go south. Don't bet against Aunt Defoe to be able to close this thing out.
This is where we've got to make it happen. It's been a tough first 2 periods for me, but you know, it's so close that still anybody's shot at winning this thing. So Andy might be in the lead now, but it matters who's in the lead at the end of this one.
I mean, a couple decent fish, I'm right where I need to be. You catch one big one and you're right where you need to be. So I'm going to get back down here and get down here in the main part of the lake.
Me, Thunder Cricket, my Thunder Stick, and docks.
Trying all different stuff. So we're just going to commit this last period and see what happens.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go.
Let's do it, fellas. Freaking Andrew. Because I knew what's-his-name was going to go in there. Vincent, but I wasn't expecting Andrew to go in there.
It's the only place there may be some isolated wood back in the back. Figured we'd check it before we went on down.
You got 3 guys fighting over the same fish up there, which that's probably what it was. Probably Ott got in there first, and then those guys got in there after him, and that's why Ott, he hasn't stalled out, but you know, he's got extra competition now.
Final period, we came down here, kind of the upper end of the lake, fished some of these shallow flats and things, fished some docks, fished some isolated wood, some overhanging stuff, maybe some grass. Kind of whatever we come to, we're gonna fish a little bit of all of it. Here's the plan. And these flats with the kind of grass they've got ought to be the deal. I ain't seen grass down here this good in a long time.
Bait's in here. Where's the bass?
Fish don't act like they like that old stringy grass. This pocket here is just full of it.
Good night, that's perfect.
Got him. Get up in here, yes! Uh-oh, caught another one. He just caught one off that bush where I lost that fish last period. Same tree.
2 pounds, 13 ounces.
Yes! Yes!
Andy Montgomery just caught a 2-pound, 13-ounce fish to put him at 16 pounds, 10 ounces.
There he is. That was like it was supposed to happen. Awesome.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
110. There we go. Right up here where he should have been.
Trying to think of more creeks. I know one more we hadn't been in, and I might can do this.
Just bladed jig. You know, we caught that fish in the second period on the bladed jig, but it was up in a shallow pocket, kind of where they should be getting this time of year. And I just decided this third period to just kind of run with that as a pattern and see what happened. And so far, it happened like it was supposed to.
I got 2 things I can do. I can fish docks, or I can fish this isolated wood. I throwed it right on that sucker.
It's right on that old bushy, isolated bush out there where I lost one earlier. Oh, did you get it? You gotta be kidding, dude.
That one that I missed was a good one. It was probably that 213 that Andy caught.
Oh my goodness.
How do you do that?
He just didn't get it.
Ott fell on hard times, didn't he?
I like this little bit of chop right here. This is just good fishing weather.
£1 6 ounces.
1.6. About time. They just don't want it, you know? That one got it. Why don't you go for me, little guy? Don't you do it. Got it.
Stay on there. There we go. There we go.
One even. One
£1 3 ounces.
3 ounces. Whoa, look at that. On the spinner plug.
2 pounds, 12 ounces.
All right. One little stick right there, y'all. I mean, that fish just trashed it.
Greg Benson caught a 2 pound, 12 ounce fish.
God damn it.
Moving his total to 11 pounds and 4 ounces in second place. That fish puts you in third place, Mr. Ayler, with 7 pounds and 9 ounces.
All right, let's go.
Oh, mercy, mercy.
Mandy and Vincent, who started where I wanted to start, both have 1/2. I mean, almost 3 pounders, actually, every one of them. That's crazy.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Academy Sports and Outdoors Heritage Cup, presented by Magellan Outdoors from Knoxville, Tennessee.
And we really had no bites to speak of at all.
No activity. I was hoping. I come back in here just hoping. Said school.
While Andy Montgomery and Greg Vinson run full steam ahead, the anglers at the bottom are swinging for the fences in a final effort to save their day. Fort Loudon Lake has the bass, if they can find them quickly enough. Less than 1 hour remains until their fates are decided, and one is crowned the 2022 Heritage Cup champion.
Go up here and see if we can catch a smallmouth, just out of pure curiosity.
45 minutes.
I need a miraculous pass on this bank right here.
Andy Morgan and Mark Davis are still have not caught a fish.
God, that's crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, Andy Morgan knows how to fish this stuff.
Done been everywhere I want to go. Lots of places I don't want to go.
I doubt he's gonna do it.
15 ounces non-storm.
Oh, unreal.
He just needed to swallow a shad sometime or another.
He was skinny.
Hey, gum, I'm nervous. He'd catch me like 3 more. Don't know if I want to run this pattern in another creek or go fish some more docks. There he is, boys.
Blowing up in them shad over there. They ain't no biggins, though.
Oh, there we go. Just had to say something. Look, and he comes up and just smokes it. Like he's never seen a bait before.
1 pound, 9 ounces.
1-9, number 4.
There's a little time left, too, 'cause things can change.
Burning them up, ain't we, Mark? Tearing them up, son.
That might just score.
You brought me some luck. That's the only one I've seen all day.
1 pound, 8 ounces.
I'll take it.
Mark Davis caught his first fish.
Oh, boy.
Weighed 1 pound, 8 ounces. Put him in 7th place.
Catch some more, it goes up.
Old Big Mark didn't give up, did he? He kept on getting it.
You have a 1 pound, 8 ounce lead over Andy Morgan.
Oh, man.
What's wrong with you?
Come on, Andy, catch you a couple more. You gotta do it, come on.
Come on, come on. Probably gonna try to make a run up there where I caught the 2-pounder earlier and see if we just get lucky right through there.
Fish landing violation, 2-minute penalty. 14 ounces, non-scoreable.
Yeah. I knew one would be in there.
I think if I can catch one more, I'll win. There's a lot of thoughts. I've made a lot of these championships. I've won a lot of rounds, but I've never won the championship round. I want it to happen so bad.
How much of a lead has Andrew got over second?
5 pounds, 6 ounces.
Well, at this point, I would sure love for Andrew to hang on and win it.
You have 10 minutes remaining in period 3.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Stay on there, fish. Stay on there. Let me get in here. Oh my gosh. Let's go, y'all.
£2 pounds, 4 ounces.
It's bigger than that.
Okay, Andy, I've got a score tracker update. Greg Vincent, 13 pounds, 8 ounces. He is now 3 pounds and 2 ounces behind you.
You gotta be kidding.
His last fish was 2 pounds and 4 ounces.
Andy caught him more?
Nope, he's at 16.10.
So he's got 13.
13 pounds, 8 ounces.
Come on, Andy, catch one.
I jerked a little quick on him. Trigger happy.
30 seconds.
Come on, baby, dig in there. Let's go.
Think Andy's freaking out a little bit?
Do the no change part.
No changes.
Come on, man.
I would love to see my buddy get him a win. He deserves it as much as anybody in this field, so I would love for it to happen for him today. It'd be really awesome. He's had a lot of seconds, a lot of close calls, so. I've got my Team Andrew hat on.
7, 6, 5,
4, 3,
2, 1.
Lines out into championship round.
I got
no
one.
changes. Congratulations. You are the 2022 Heritage Cup champion.
Oh, man. Got one. Oh, been so close so many years. I got one. Oh. I don't know what to say. I knew when I made East Tennessee I had a chance. Man, I hate to get emotional, man. We put so much into this. Oh.
Should be happy, but I'm not. I want to win. I feel like I finished second or third, and I have in every tour that I fished. And when it's your time, it's your time. Andy, good job, man. Congratulations. You did it better.
Woo! Congrats, Andy.
Congrats to Andy, and can't wait for the next one.
Whoa! Give me a second. Oh. Man, this fishing.
Congratulations, Andy Montgomery. That's a job well done on a tough fishery at a really tough time of year. Congrats, my hat's off. Excellent job.
Nobody else I could want to win more than Andy Montgomery, so way to go, buddy. You deserve it. You earned it. Awesome, awesome job.
I mean, most of what I fished before. I don't know. I just jive with this lake, and I got one. I didn't win the first round. I didn't win sudden death round. I finally won a daggum championship. Yeah. Ah.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by General Tire. Delivers. Sig Sauer. Never settle. Abu Garcia. Fish to win. Powered by Optima Batteries. And by Barbasol Shaving Cream and Razors, a close, comfortable shave for the past 100 years.
The championship round of the Academy Sports and Outdoors Heritage Cup is in the books.
Yeah.
24 of the top pros in professional bass fishing came to Knoxville, Tennessee to compete for the Academy Sports and Outdoors Heritage Cup trophy. 8 anglers survived the grueling elimination and sudden death rounds to earn their chance to become a champion.
Here we are in the championship round, baby.
In today's championship round on Fort Loudon Lake, our pros hit the ground running. Tennessee native Ott Defo got the party started by catching the day's first bass off a bluff. Soon after, he had both Andy Montgomery and Dustin Connell to contend with as they landed multiple bass, ending the first period jockeying for first place.
I think we've got us another scoreable bass right here.
In period 2, Andy Montgomery put on a show, hauling in 5 bass on a bladed swim jig and taking a dominant lead.
Yeah.
Closing out the period, though, Greg Vinson began clawing his way up the score tracker and into second place.
I think he'll go.
Going into the final period, Andy Montgomery came prepared to defend his position. Greg Vinson closed in on Andy's lead with a pair of 2-pounders. But in the end, Andy's tremendous lead proved to be too much to overcome. Andy Montgomery held on to first place and is your 2022 Heritage Cup champion. Let's go to Bass Pro Shop's end of the line and see how old Andrew pulled out the win.
Hi, I'm Andy Montgomery, and this is the setup I used to win the Heritage Cup. This was the workhorse, the Strike King Thunder Cricket. The Thunder Cricket, it was a 1/2 ounce. The color is actually blue crawl. And the trailer I used this time was a Rage Bug, just because I was skipping so much, it skips good, and I was also fishing wood, and it keeps it from hanging up. The line's really important when you're fishing the way I was fishing. This is Strike King Contra Fluorocarbon line. Get up in here, yes! If I had to pick one of the most important features, it is the line, and I have so much confidence that when I get the bite, I'm not gonna break him off. Bam! That's a good one. That was my setup for this week to win the Heritage Cup.
Congratulations. You are the 2022 Heritage Cup champion.
Here are the results for the championship round. Fort Loudon Lake proved to be a fantastic fishery for today's match. With his outstanding performance, Andy Montgomery has now earned his first Cup title, the Heritage Cup. The Berkeley Big Bass of the day also goes to Andy Montgomery. This 3-pound, 4-ounce toad from period 1 set the pace early and allowed Montgomery to keep his distance from the ravenous competition. Andy also earned today's Barbasol close shave. Late in period 2, Greg Vinson began to surge up the score tracker, but Andy's massive bass was enough to keep his head above water. Let's send it over now to Marty Stone, who's with today's winner, Andy Montgomery.
17 cup events, 9-time championship qualifier, as consistent as anybody, and you have come so close so many times. What does this feel like?
I can't describe it. I mean, I don't know. We put so much into this, and I was so close so many times, and I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. I wanted it to happen a couple years ago, you know, if you get that first one off of you. And I've won some national events, but not a Major League Fishing event, which, you know, I just love Major League Fishing. And I finally got one of them championships. Yeah.
Second period, you're on the main lake docks, starting to dial some things in, and you lose, in this round, a giant.
Yeah, yeah.
Did that fish give you the clue to go, okay, unfortunate circumstance, but I'm doing the right thing?
Yeah, he did. I mean, he really settled me down because he gave me all the confidence in the world with the Thunder Cricket to bear down and fish the docks. If I can catch them on the Thunder Cricket off dock, I can cover so many more. I can be so much more efficient. And the next couple I caught had it choked, and my confidence went through the roof. I knew I needed to put the hammer down that period because, you know, like I said, I was running out of what I felt like was good docks, good flat docks. I'd caught a really key fish the first period off an isolated piece of wood on a flat. and it was a big one. I actually caught one in the second period doing the same thing, another good one. So I couldn't get many bites doing that, but I could catch big ones. And I knew 2 areas just from past experience that's got that type of wood in it that I've caught them in the past. And I ran in one to start, and I caught a 212, and that settled me down, gave me the gap, and that was really all I needed. I don't know what it is about Fort Loudon. I just jive with it, man. I made my first top 10 in FLW here, and it's just been, I've just rolled with this lake. So I knew I had a chance on this lake.
Andy Montgomery jiving with Fort Loudon, taking home the Heritage Cup of 2022 and closing it out in style.
This concludes the Academy Sports and Outdoors Heritage Cup, presented by Magellan Outdoors from Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for us and our next exciting MLF events. And thanks for watching General Tire's Major League Fishing.